welcome to Cindy's Library. This is Cindy. Before this holiday season, I saw a tag that looked rather fun, and it's basically the Christmas tag. And for this, you basically choose books that spell the word Christmas. So I saw this on Kate Howe's channel, so I'll try and leave a link down below. But in the meantime, let's get to this. So I have a lot of books packed up, but I went to my middle grade shelves, have a couple of those, and I found some, and I tried to go for more ones that may not be quite so well known for one reason or another. So let's get started. So for C, didn't have a lot of options here, but I did find The Castle of Llyr by Lloyd Alexander, and this is the third in his Chronicles of Prydain series, featuring the young assistant pig keeper Taryn and the princess Elanwe and all of their friends as they go against the Death Lord Aron. Although in the first book they also meet Queen Akron, and I can't say too much about this book except to say that she is back. So if you haven't read the High King series, the Black Cauldron series, the Chronicles of Prydain, this is known by all of these. This is an excellent middle grade series based on Welsh folklore. So there's that. H. Didn't have a lot of choices for this one either. I ended up with The House at Pooh Corner by A.A. Milne. This is, I think, the second of his two books. Yeah, it's the second of his two Pooh books. And so we get the adventures of Winnie the Pooh and all of his friends, who are the friends of the little boy Christopher Robin. And if you've seen any of the cartoon versions, movies, series over the years, this is just as sweet and even more adorable. So highly recommended. So next we have R, and not too many choices again for this one, but this is a good one. Rapunzel's Revenge by Shannon and Dean Hale and illustrated by Nathan Hale. And I do not believe that they're related. So yes, this is the traditional, based on the traditional story of Rapunzel, girl in the tower with the amazingly long hair. But this Rapunzel, she is no damsel in distress. She'll save herself. Thank you very much. Where is it? It seemed like there was a very funny poster somewhere of her, and I'm not talking about this one, but yeah. There is an evil witchy gal. She's the head of this steampunkish but very western town. So that's the vibe you get here. And like I said, this Rapunzel, she can rescue herself, thank you very much. Not that she can't use a bit of a hand from her new friends occasionally, but like I said, she's no damsel in distress. For this one, Icefall by Matthew J. Kirby. This is set in the north in Scandinavia, and there's war going on in their country, so the king's 3 children are sent to a remote place that should in theory be safe. Of course, you know what they say about the best laid plans. Yeah, you have the three children. One of the king's children is the boy, so of course he's the heir to the throne and important that way. Another one of the king's children, she is she the eldest? She may be. In any case, she's beautiful. She's graceful. She's everything a princess should be, and obviously it's not going to be hard to make a marriage alliance with her. But the third of the king's children, also a daughter, she's not a boy, she's not particularly beautiful. She wonders what her place in the world is, and during these adventures, well, let's just say she gets a clue or two as to that. Next is S, and for this, I ended up with Silver on the Tree. This is the last of the Dark is Rising series by Susan Cooper. A little hard to describe this, but I can say that it's heavily influenced by Arthurian and Celtic mythology. The first book has three children, two brothers and sisters, who have an adventure. Also a bit of a mystery. There's a document that's kind of like a treasure map they're trying to follow. A new boy Will in the next one. And it goes on from there. And aside from saying that everything converges here finally in this final book, really can't say much about this one, except that I found it a fitting end to the series. Let's see, what is next? S, then T. So I went for Tales from Watership Down by Richard Adams. Watership Down is his epic with rabbits, and as strange as that combination may sound, it truly works. So this is mostly after the end of that book. Probably would help to read that book first, but it's wonderful to be back in the world of Watership Down again, and we get to explore more about some of our favorite characters, maybe some characters we didn't really touch on as much in the main book. Short stories, so very fun. If you're a Watership Down fan, can highly recommend this one. Next is M, so I went with Meet the Austins by Madeline L'Engle. She's most well known for, of course, the A Wrinkle in Time series, and it's wonderful, highly recommend it. But it's not generally so well known that she wrote a ton of other books, including this series, The Austen Family Chronicles, which starts with Meet the Austins. See, the Austen family, 4 kids, 2 dogs, assorted cats, mother and father. In more rural eastern United States, within driving distance-ish of New York, but very fun family. I would say, later on in the series, starting with the second book, you get maybe more for teens, just so you know. At least it talks about teen things, liking boys and trying to figure out that dynamic and things like that. But this would be fun for middle grade. The Austen family is a most wonderful family. Not perfect, but a wonderful family. So A is next, and we have Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first in a series, the Alcatraz series, and it is finished now. I'm happy to report. I understand Brandon Sanderson basically put a bunch of random words together, and just the exercise was to make a story out of all of them, making it as funny as possible in the meantime. But this is about Alcatraz, who has an incredible talent for breaking things, much to his dismay. He's in the foster system, just tends to distress his foster families. But one day he discovers there's a lot more going on, and yes, there is a plot by evil librarians to take over the earth. As a librarian myself, I can assure you there's no such plot at all. You can trust me on that. But very, very hilarious. Dinosaurs in the library, things breaking right and left, all sorts of craziness going on. So very, very fun. And let's see, the last one I have is S. So I went with A Single Shard by Linda Sue Park. And this is actually a Newbery winner. I forget which year, but it is a very good book. It is about a boy in ancient Korea. And so since it's ancient Korea, there's no north or south, there's just Korea at this time. And he is apprenticed to a master potter. So we get his experiences with that. And well, let's just say he also ends up going on something of a journey. But quite enjoyable, and I don't know that this is as well known, but those are all the books, middle grade books that I found to spell the word Christmas. So maybe there's something new that you'd be interested in checking out. I'd love to hear about it if that is the case, or if you have read any of these books, I'd love to hear what you thought of it. Oh, and if you feel like doing this tag yourself, feel free. Thank you so much for stopping by. I truly do appreciate it. So until next time, I hope we all stay safe and healthy. And as always, happy reading!